Captain John F. Manning Jr. My father was in the Navy in World War II, but I don't think he had much, I don't think he saw combat. I mean, I had an uncle of mine who was a grunt Marine that spent time in Tarawa and Saipan, saw a lot of combat, saw combat in Korea, and but I wouldn't say they inspired me. My desire to go was to fly airplanes, and I really don't know exactly why I was so interested in that. I can tell you there's a famous couple of pictures of an accident that happened on Forrestal in about probably sometime around 1962 or 3. I have to go look it up, but it was an F-8 that landing on Forrestal, and I don't know whether it lost the main mount or the wheel broke or whatever, but it's going down the flight deck, and there's sparks coming out of the main mount, and off the angle, the pilot ejects, and I said, well, that looked pretty neat, you know. Not that that's a good way to go, but I thought it was an exciting thing to do, and I mean, when I started, I really didn't know an aileron from a rudder, or I knew what the pointy nose was, and I knew the engine was in the back, but I didn't know anything about airplanes that much, and but I just, and I'm fortunate, you know, I don't, I mean, you know, airplanes are different, and it's not like just riding a bike, you know, and during my time as a RAG CO at 101, and my time at Fighter Wing, and my time on the airline staff, I saw a lot of these, what they call field naval aviation evaluation boards, and that's when an aviator's having trouble, and it's generally, in the fighter world, it's generally in air combat maneuvering or night carrier landings. I mean, they're the two most difficult things, and people have trouble, and the thing that's statistically easier to measure are carrier landings, obviously, and usually the difference is at night. Sometimes they have trouble in the day, but it's usually at night. And I would tell people, you know, the Lord gives everybody a bag of talents, and you know, me, I can't play a musical instrument, I can't sing a tune, but I could fly an airplane. And maybe there's something you can do, but flying an airplane, you're going to kill yourself or somebody else, and so you probably ought to think about doing something else. And that's a hard conversation to have with a person, because they always want more time, and they can be able to do it, but generally speaking, they can't, or they won't do very well, and so it's just not worth the risk, and that's why they have those boards. But I didn't. I just happened to be. I know it was a gift. You know, I could do it, and I ended up doing okay at it, I guess. You know.